Since I'm in the Windy City, which is home of Siskel and Ebert, I might as well do my top 5 movies I have seen in the past month or so. So yeah, this is not including the Avengers. This is including stuff that was released right around the time from Mad Max Fury Road up to around this past weekend. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on to my top 5 movies. Now these will be sort of mini reviews within each of the listings, and also number 5 is not a very good movie. I only put top 5 because the rest of the movies are pretty good. But number 5 is Entourage. Now I know this movie's been getting mixed reviews, like bad reviews from the critics and great reviews from some of the fans of the show. However, I didn't really care for this movie. Yeah, I was expecting this movie to be really good and really funny, but the problem was this movie just had no story. At least in my opinion. Yeah, I'm sure it was good for the fans and all, but remember, I didn't really watch the show when it first came out, nor do I really have HBO to watch the show, so I couldn't really follow up. And just, I feel like they just added a lot of the sex references and stuff just as filler, really. I mean, it kind of had no point to the connected story. The characters were unlikable. I mean, probably the most likable character in the movie is Ronda Rousey. Yeah, she's pretty much the most likable character. Yeah, this movie, the jokes felt lame. The celebrity cameos were alright. I mean, this wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it certainly isn't a great one. Overall, I give it a 4 out of 10. Now we start getting into the good picks, with number 4 being Jurassic World. Now, I had a lot of anticipation to go see this movie since I was a big fan of the first movie. And then, when coming into this movie, I loved it, but however, there were some story issues. Yeah, just like with the critics, I found this movie had a couple story issues. The kids were underdeveloped. There was a lot of product placement, and it's just, to make a long story short, there were just some things that were just so nitpickable that I just found kind of annoying. But still, overall, great dinosaur action. Great lead from Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. So overall, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Alright, number 3 is Inside Out, and surprisingly, I like this movie. Yeah, I thought this movie was gonna kind of suck originally, after Pixar had a 2-year absence. But no, that time was worth it actually, because I mean, surprisingly, the main cast of Amy Poehler, Lewis Black, Bill Hader, and Mindy Kaling, including, I don't know who played Sadness, they were all pretty good in it. My only kind of complaint is that, too much of sadness and joy and not enough of the other emotions. And we don't get to really see a whole lot about Riley, the main character. But I mean, overall, it was a pretty decent movie, and I recommend go checking it out. I give it a 9 out of 10. Alright, number 2 is a movie that was my least anticipated movie of the summer, but ended up being fantastic. That was Spy. And oh my, I thought this movie was going to be as bad as Entourage was, and I thought Entourage was going to be as good as Spy ended up being. But let me tell you about Spy, okay? This movie is fucking hilarious. I mean, Jason Statham, Jude Law, they're all great. But the best part of this movie is actually Melissa McCarthy. I mean, I normally don't like her stuff. I mean, I didn't really care much for Mike and Molly when it was on TV. But damn, after seeing her in this movie, it was impressive. By Melissa McCarthy. I mean, this movie made me laugh non-stop the entire way. So I'm giving this movie a 9.5 out of 10. My number 1 movie that I saw over the past month was Mad Max Fury Road. I mean, this movie, Spy was very close to being at the spot, but I mean, Mad Max, you don't need a whole lot of talking to make a great movie. All you need is great action sequences. And goddamn does it deliver. I mean, first of all, Tom Hardy, while he may be silent for a lot of it, is fantastic as Mad Max. Also, Charlize Theron is great in this movie. I mean, I wish there would have been a Mel Gibson appearance, but whatever. If he wasn't in it, that's fine. But also, just damn, this movie's a spectacle to watch. I mean, everything is done amazingly. George Miller, I'm glad you're back directing this movie. It's about damn time to make a new Mad Max movie. So yeah, I'm going to give it the same score as Spy at 9.5, but I just like this movie slightly better due to the fact that the action sequences are some of the best I've seen in a summer movie in a very long time. Well, viewers, that's my reviews for right now. I mean, tuned in for some more reviews in a couple weeks where I'll hopefully get to go see Ted 2, and I'll hopefully get to see Terminator Genesis, but I promise you there will definitely be an Ant-Man review. So till then, this is White Rice signing off. Bye.